Hello friends, welcome to the channel. In this video we are going to see what exactly is data reconciliation process and when do we need it, what exactly it means when you say your source data is matching with your target data. In many cases, in many scenarios, as a manual tester or an automation tester, you want to match certain records, mostly the primary keys of certain entities of source with target. Okay, so source data should match with target data, and in this video we'll see a very simple use case where we take this VLOOKUP function and perform the matching operation. Even before you get into automation, there will be scenarios where you do simple matching and make sure your source data is matching with your target data using this VLOOKUP, and after the automation you come and validate whether your manual process and automation process they are aligned. Okay, so that much is reconciliation, and let's jump into more details. So in ETL mapping sheet we have already seen how the transformation rules are written. So as a tester, most of the time you focus on this transformation rule. So in this case you see there is a ID column here and it says direct mapping. See here, direct mapping. So what it means is your source data, which is customer, and your target data, which is person. Let me show you once again. See, the source entity is customer and the target entity is person. So the ID column, the ID records of customer, straight away it goes and fits into the ID of the person. So in this case there is no transformation happening. That is why it's called direct mapping. So in this case the reconciliation, what we saw earlier, the reconciliation plays a very crucial role. So how do we reconcile this? So this is what we are going to see in this video, how we do a simple matching, simple reconcile, that yes, your validations, assumptions and the process, everything hangs together. This you can do in your test environments as well as in production. We don't do necessarily a testing production, but as a reconciliation process is done everywhere. It's staging and your PRP in your production by devs, by testers. It's a day in day out process we do in ETL and data pipelines. So that is what we are going to focus in this video. Okay, so let's look at very simple use case. Okay, so this is where your source data is and the source entity is customer, what you have seen in the ETL mapping sheet. Okay, now the next one is person, which is in target. Okay, we have seen that how the customer records gets transformed by the transformation logic and it becomes person. You have seen that in your mapping sheet. We have seen that. Okay, now think of the customer primary keys. Let's make up some IDs, 101, like that. Let's make simple 20 records. Okay, and these records, these were direct mapping, as you saw in the ETL here, ETL mapping sheet. These were direct mapping. So the ID, the primary key of the ID goes and sits as the primary key of the target entity. Okay, so let's simply copy this. Okay, but when your pipeline processes were run, the ETL pipeline processing jobs were run, and the developer, they have developed this solution, and somehow due to some bad data or something, this became, let's say, 301. Some transformation, something happened, and it became nasty, and bad data came in, and it came and sit here, and here the record it missed, and it became, let's say, 202 or anything, basically some random record. Okay, and here it became, let's say, 391, for example. And here on your left, in a customer record, we'll just put something randomly, not necessarily in sequence, just for our validation purpose. Okay, 103, 104, let's say I'll make it 1044. Okay, just some bad ID. So but we should expect that 1044 should be in target, irrespective of what the sequence or non-sequence, doesn't matter. The exactly same IDs should arrive into the target record. Okay, but now these are only 20 records, so it looks very easy. Just think about this, can increase to 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, millions, billions records. But in Excel there is a limit, so we can reconcile maybe up to few thousands, some 50, 100,000 or whatever the capacity the latest Excel allows. Okay, let's park this aside, and simply now our use case is to match source with target. Let's see. So our reconciliation process should highlight these things. These are discrepancies, these are discrepancies, and this is also discrepancies. So what is it? 1044 is missing in target, so we should catch that. 102 also missing in target. So, and here 391, for example, it is not in the source. This is also another issue. So reconciliation process catches so many bugs. Okay, so let's see how the process works. Okay, now first we'll check whether all the source records, this data is available in this data or not. So as we said, we are going to use this function, okay, in the Excel. Now let's see, take Excel help. If it doesn't work, we'll directly copy paste the formula. Okay, VLOOKUP. Yeah, it's giving that. So it's saying lookup what? Look up this value, which is E2. E2. Then where to look up? It asks where to look up. So the table array. So we'll look up in the H column, H2 until H21. Okay. So that's what we're going to type. H2 until H21, comma, look. Then once you start looking for, in this case, the 101, you're looking in the entire H row, pick which value. In this case, we have only one value. You might have ID, name, first name, last name. So 1, 2, 3, 4, like that you have. In this case, just 1. So this is 1. Okay. Now, true means, it says true, which is approximate match, and false is exact match. And we need false because, sorry, it disappeared here. So we need false, which is the exact match here. Okay. So what it did, this 101, it found here. Okay. Now if you copy this, so there is something wrong in the formula because it's not finding 102. 103 it found, 104 it found, but there is a problem in the formula. So you see our record is fixed from H2 here, from this point to this point, but you see here in the third row or second row even the H index has changed. Look at this, it has become H5 and H24, but in the first one we had, this is correct, H2 to H21. So we have to fix this. So let's go to first formula, let's delete all this, let's go to first formula and fix it. Fix it means just make it a constant. So you just screwed from both angles so it can't change. Okay, it's fixed now. Now just drag it to the end and it works magically. You see here nothing has changed because you fixed, still H2 to 21 everywhere, H2 to 21 here. Okay, so that part is fixed. Now we'll come to this NA. Now now let's have a look at it. So 102 it didn't find in the entire here. Also it didn't find 1012 because it's not available here. Look at this, there is no 1012. Also didn't find 109, it didn't find here as we expected. So how quickly it figure out? Just imagine manually if you going and picking one by one and verifying, it's become so cumbersome. If you just imagine if you have thousands, 10,000, 100,000 of records. Okay, so this is where it's handy. So we'll improve this. Now one part is done, your left part is done. You found these customer IDs where this not applicable NA is written. It's not available in the target. Okay, now see what is that is available in target and not available in source. That is also a problem because the target data should have only source data. As simple as that, right? So the reconciliation means source data here, it goes to target and there cannot be any other data here. It has to be from source. So that is also another problem. We are going to fix that. Now same formula, so let's copy this and paste it here. Now here let's go to, you are looking for not E2, you are looking for H2, which is this bit. You're looking for this in the entire E column. Okay, so let's go to E and E. Have a look at this EE, one false. Okay, exactly same formula, only we change the column. So we are looking for H data row by row and look up in the entire E column from E2 to basically from E2 to E21. So row number 1 to 20. Okay, now this works for first column. Now let's drag it. Magically it copies to entire thing. Okay, now here also it highlights, you see not applicable, it says 104 is not available in source but is available in target, which is very, very weird. Okay, let's change some other data. Let's say 107, I will make it let 108. See, immediately it highlights that 108 is, so 107 here is not available here, but 108 is available here, which exactly is doing the same thing. Okay, Okay, now we have seen how it works. Will it work here? Yeah, so I'll just give a gap here basically just for tidy up. So basically little bit gap is given here. Okay, let's get into little inside. Now this NA is not making a lot of sense. We can put our custom message here. Suppose let's say put if NA, then we put a custom message, let's say not available, something like that, double quote end. See, not available. So it clearly says not available. Again, we can put a arrow mark just to highlight. Okay, nice. Now, okay, okay, so it gives a nice custom message here which points to that row which is not available in the source. Okay, now let's do the same thing for the target also. If NA, then put a custom message not available here, and put a arrow mark here. Because this is available, so it doesn't print, let's drag this formula till the end. Okay, now it highlights what all things are available. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 records in the source is not available in the target, and in the target 1, 2, 3, 4 records in the target didn't come from source, which is also weird. This will not happen and this will not happen. So you highlighted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 discrepancies in simple 20 records. Okay, so that's the power of VLOOKUP for simple matching, simple reconciliation process. You can use that, but you can go further. You can automate this. You can write a Python script or JavaScript, which we'll see in next videos, next upcoming videos. So please like and subscribe the channel as well as the video, so that you get notified about our next things, how we are automating this reconciliation process and many other stuffs in the ETL and data pipeline thing. Okay, now that you have seen just in 20 records how we caught the discrepancy records in source and target. Now let's extend this to more records. So let's copy this entire thing and go to a new sheet, and we'll see just in thousands of records does it work or not. Okay, so I'll just okay, I'll increase a little bit the font size. Now I'll drag this to, let's say, just make it, let's say 100. Let's say 100 records. Okay, let's go till row number 100 here, just for the sake of explanation. And here, because 120 you can't drag it, let's put 121 like that, and okay, so we have the data here. Now randomly change it. Whatever we change, let's say 124, we'll make it 1124, which is not in the target. So let's put some hour marker just for our sake, so whether the program is catching or not. Bad data. Okay, and here in the target, from somewhere 9031 record came, we don't know, so that must be bad data. Same way, let's go to 198, just make it 1198, which is not in the source, it should catch. And also I'll just simply randomly make something 19033, for example. This is also not there, and data. Now you see how our life becomes easy. So I'll simply drag this to the end of this sheet here. Which is saying not available. Why is that? Let's have a look. 122 is there. Weird. 122 is here, no? Right. So there is a problem in the formula. Okay, now you know this is row number 2. Okay, and this is row number 100. So we have to change the formula here. Okay, so this is still 21. And the same way we have to change this. No more 21 means it's only covering till here. We have to cover till 100. Okay, now this formula is all right. Now we'll simply keep dragging it till the end of the records. Okay, now same thing we'll do. You can double click also, it works. Now double click, see, double click worked, and it has correctly highlighted which records are not available. Okay, see, 131 is not available. Let's say dynamically we want to change. Let's say we change something here. 141, this became, let's say, 1111. Okay, and I'll send it 141. Okay, you see 140 is available, sorry, 140 is not available, and 141 is available. So this is fine. It's fine. So I'll make the, let's say this one, this target data, for example, simply for the sake of explanation, I'll make it 142. See, 142 is here, and 142 is also on the target, so that's why this is fine. But 135, immediately it becomes unavailable because we deleted from the target. Okay, if we put it back now, see, everything is fine. Okay, so that's pretty much, you got the gist how it works. I just showed you for 100 records. You can expand it to 1000 records. It's, if you have more than max limit, you can simply create another sheet and start using the VLOOKUP there. Okay, so in the real project, which is the live project, in your ETL or data pipeline project, you just create a sheet like this with the formulas and copy paste your real customer IDs or any source entity IDs here, and copy paste your target entity IDs, then run the reconciliation process, run this formula, and you can have other fields as well here and do a matching. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, like and subscribe so that you get notified about the new upcoming videos for the next week and subsequent weeks.